Hey, welcome back. So, I'm waiting for this piece to dry so I can sand it. This is called the propeller. So, I'm looking for something to do, but how about this? Cracks. Yeah. Let's do something with that. You are done for now. So clean and organized here. See? That's how you know. That's where it goes. And in this episode of He Doesn't Have a Clue What He's Doing, we need one of those, one of this, mark the center. Nah. That would be the center. Will it blend? Okay, I gotta be careful here because it's end grain. These tools look big, but they're weak right here. So to do side grain, they're fine when doing this, but this knots will grab your tool, right? Because the fact that there are knots is forcing me to keep the tool rest fair amount away. So if this comes around and you're looking at that and you come across here, it's just going to grab your tool and it's going to flip it over and probably break it, and you don't want that. So I have to basically I will probably go one at a time and be mindful of where they are until I flatten them, because I don't want any freaking problems. There is crazy and then there is stupid. I'm a mixture of both, but don't tell anybody. So let's keep working on this guy. Yeah, this is going to be a bit painful, so I'll skip until I got it somewhat round. I'm slowly getting there. These knots are beating me up though. I want to leave this area right here. Maybe go a little farther in, but I want this to be a base. Well, I have no idea where I'm going with this, but I don't normally do a spindle, so I tried some different gouges, and ultimately a 40/40 grind is giving me a nice finish. So I'm gonna ignore all the spindle knowledge and keep screwing around with this guy. I didn't want it to yak over that part because it was really interesting to watch that come alive. Plus, I had no clue where I was going with it anyways. So I didn't include much of the hollow because it's just boring. You can't see nothing. Here I'm just dealing with a bit of tear out at the bottom, so I use a scraper to smooth that out. I still have to sand a fair bit though. And here I'm cleaning up some lines and doing another cut at the bottom because I want the base to look separate from the bottom piece when it sits. Then I apply 2 coats of sanding sealer. I let that dry between coats. Then I did sanding through all the grits from 120 to 400 and some spot sanding by hand. And that's the outcome. I put some masking tape on the base and I use scratch free for the top because I want the wood to stay as light as possible. If I use oil, it gets yellow. Then I use a buffing pad attachment on my drill to cure the scratch free. I use a parting tool almost all the way. Then I use a handsaw to remove the rest of it. I sanded that up and I mask it the other way. I put some mahogany oil at the bottom because that I want it to get yellow. That way it looks, as it ages, it looks like you can actually remove it from it, but you don't. And this is my finished piece. When I said I was not expecting that. I was truly not expecting that. I usually look at a log or a piece and I know what I'm going to do. With this, I had no clue. And I'm very impressed with it. I mean, I've been turning for 10 months. I think this is probably the best piece I made so far. And with that, I thank you for joining me in this venture. I share as I learn. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. Regardless, thanks again, and I'll catch up with you the next one. Ciao, ciao.